Today we're talking about the tech that makes a home feel unreal, in the best way, with Chris Hall from Sound Vision Technology. You're going to want to listen to this one.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
And a quick teaser to start us off. If you've ever wondered how architects, builders, realtors, and designers level up the client experience with lighting, sound, shades, and smart home automation, you're going to love this. You're going to want to listen to this one.
Yes. Today's guest is Chris Hall from Sound Vision Technology, and he's got a Delray showroom where you can actually touch and feel the difference.
Yeah, and hear it for sure. We're also going to get into Chris's, I'm going to say, a little bit wild background, including some music stories, entrepreneurship, and the simple stuff that makes a home feel calm, effortless, and really high end.
And later, we're hitting the Book of Awesome, plus a lightning round, and we're going to ask Chris what tool, book, or podcast he'd hand you if you want to level up right now.
That sounds good. Let's get into this.
Let's go.
So again, hey now, friends, welcome to another episode of the Digital Mayors Podcast. I am Dan Nathanson.
That's funny because I'm Michael Nathanson.
Yeah, that's pretty kind of cool.
Yeah.
This is the show where we spotlight the people, the businesses, the places that make South Florida a better place to live, work, play, learn, give, and thrive.
Yes, and if you want all our episodes and local resources, you can get them at lovewhereyoulivefl.com.
All right, today we have Chris Hall in the studio. Chris, thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for having me. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time.
Yeah, good. We're
excited
excited.
to have you. Yes. So, Chris, for someone meeting you for the first time, all right, what do you do and how do you explain sound vision technology in plain English?
Most of what I do is a family man, a husband, and a father, and enjoying life.
Yes, sir.
But what I do professionally at Sound Vision Technology is business development. And the reason I'm there, I'm new to Florida, relatively new.
Welcome.
And the partners there, Abe and Gary, are the most fascinating guys. They've been in this industry for 30 years, had Sound Vision for 15 years, and I sought them out because I wanted to represent a luxury product where we had some folks that stood behind their work. And that's what I found. I was very fortunate to meet up with them.
Love that.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn a little bit more about that. So when you're partnering with architects and builders, realtors, interior designers, what would you say is the problem that Sound Vision Technology helps solve most of the time?
I was a luxury home builder and renovation expert in the Hamptons before moving to here.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I would hire companies like Sound Vision Technology. And the problem that gets solved is if you can be there from the beginning with the architect, with the builder, the designer, and the electrician, and set up the infrastructure.
Oh, wow.
So when the walls are open, when the plans are on the table, that's when we can shine. We can do renovations and retrofits, but we prefer to work with those folks in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like Chris is the perfect guy for this job, right? Because with the experience of building homes, especially in a place like the Hamptons, right? You're not building small rinky-dink. You're building homes that people have expectations and standards for. And to understand that and know that, hey, listen, I've built homes. Here's when you want Sound Vision Technology in the process. It's going to make the rest of the thing more seamless.
And
right?
it's interesting you should say you would want it. Our vision of how to present a business, and all of the businesses I've been in, is basically to explain what we have to offer, explain all of the products, the service, how we stand behind it, the communication. And it's really up to the homeowner, essentially, to decide what they want, and it's up to us to educate.
Love that.
Awesome. So what do you think people get wrong or don't really understand about smart home stuff?
There is a backlash against smart homes currently.
Okay.
Because if something doesn't work, it's not programmed right, or there's a glitch, it becomes very frustrating.
Right.
You know, you have the old timers that say, I'll just get up and change the channel myself.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm looking at my brother when you say that.
Yes, I'm the guy, just so you know, like when something doesn't work, I'm like, all right, it's just like this forever. We're good. It's done.
So we provide the solution because we program things, we test everything. We have an AI product called Josh AI. And where that can go wrong is if there's a glitch in it. And our AI products and other products have automatic software upgrades, and we can monitor it.
Wow.
So if a client calls and there's an issue, and there's often issues,
course.
we can fix it right away. We give it our full attention.
That's amazing. I love that. That's super cool. I really like that. So where did you grow up? And let me ask you this. What was young Chris like? What was the kid growing up like?
As the saying goes, I don't know that I've ever grown up, but if I did, I grew up in New Jersey.
Okay.
I was born in Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck. First few years spent in Hackensack.
Okay.
And then Union. Stayed there until I graduated high school and had just a great childhood. We didn't have much, but we didn't realize we didn't have much. You know, and it was the old story of come home when the street lights kick on.
Correct.
We're outside playing, no iPhones, no texting, none of that.
Stickball.
Stickball, sitting on the stoop. My dad was a wonderful man. He coached me throughout all of my sports.
Oh, awesome.
As I learned to do from him with my kids.
Awesome.
So it was just a good, wholesome childhood.
Oh, I love that.
That's very cool.
And by the way, you just made me think, right? Like where we grew up in Massachusetts, in Sharon, Massachusetts, same thing. You're out forever. Only once it gets dark do you get home. And our dad could whistle. I can't whistle the way Dad. He would do this thing, and you could hear it forever away. And when you heard that whistle, you got home before you heard it a second time.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's the way that worked.
And you better get your butt home quickly or your butt would be hurting.
Right.
So, Chris, give us the quick timeline, right? So how did you go from your earlier work in businesses into audio, video, lighting, shades, and automation?
The quick timeline is I moved to Florida and I spoke to some luxury home builders here. And the construction in Florida is very different than it is in the Northeast.
Sure.
Yeah.
Essentially no basements, no attics, lots of concrete.
Yes.
And when I talked to these builders, they were anxious to hire me or work with me, but I realized I wasn't qualified in some areas. And
That's great that you realized it,
Yeah.
right? Because a lot of people would just, I'll
Yep,
do it.
I'm good. We'll do it.
the other thing is the luxury market in the Hamptons is similar to here, but there aren't as many luxury homes. There aren't as many yachts. There aren't as many wealthy people.
Yeah.
There may be more New Yorkers down here than there are in New York.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting situation to come into a town like West Palm Beach, for example, and see hundreds and hundreds of yachts. When in Sag Harbor and Greenport on the east end of Long Island, we'd see many yachts.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm familiar with these people as my neighbors and my friends. I'm comfortable working with them and for them, but there's just a lot more of it here, and that surprised me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a different world. We kind of talk about sometimes Sharon, Massachusetts, where we grew up, was call it a wealthy town in Massachusetts. And down here, we see Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, Maybachs, literally every day.
Yes.
And it's I always kind of joke around when I talk to friends from up north, like, yeah, the poor people drive BMWs and Mercedes down here. It's we are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Yes. But I've met some wonderful people that drive all sorts of
heck
cars,
yeah.
all sorts of pickup
Yes.
trucks.
Heck yeah.
And Florida's been very welcoming to me and to our family.
I love to hear
I
that.
love it.
And I was just going to say too, if you talk about the yachts, if you ever get the chance to take the water taxi down in Fort Lauderdale, the water taxi, literally, it's kind of like a taxi. You pay a fee,
But on the water.
you hop on and off, and it goes up and down the intracoastal.
Great.
And the captains of the taxis will kind of let you know about some of the homes and some of the yachts that you see around there. And I remember I took the water taxi, it was a million years ago, and the captain pointed out these two massive yachts. And the bigger one, the smaller one, belonged to Steven Spielberg. The bigger one, Judge Judy. Right? Like, that's how good TV has been to Judge Judy.
Yeah,
Right?
daytime TV.
But it's amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to do it, it's
I've never
so
done it.
incredible to see it's a different world.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, the kind of name droppers game. I worked for Steven Spielberg's next door neighbor
Oh, there you go.
when his home was being built in East Hampton. And I believe that all of the wood from barns in Vermont were trucked down right past us to build his home. And from what I understand, he was a very nice guy and wonderful neighbor.
That's cool.
That's cool.
I like to hear that.
And so, Chris, you've got music stories too. So what's a music moment from your mixed bag radio days that still makes you laugh?
There's so many.
Yeah.
And it's hard to narrow down. One of the most surprising moments was I would go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at the Waldorf each year.
Oh, cool.
And that was before it became an arena event and a television event. And I have a friend, musician named Willie Nile, the singer-songwriter.
Okay.
He's played with Bruce Springsteen. He's played with The Who. He's played with all sorts of people, but you probably haven't heard of him.
Right.
But you should. And Willie said to me, U2's getting inducted. Bruce Springsteen's going to do it. If you happen to see Bono, tell him heartfelt congratulations from Willie Nile. I said, Willie, I'm not going to see Bono.
Yeah.
If I do, I'm not going to talk to him.
Yeah.
So I actually sat down at Bruce Springsteen's table and was speaking with his wife, Patty Scalfa, because Patty had been on Mixed Bag Radio prior, a week or two earlier. And I stand up, and Bono bumps into me and almost knocks me back into the chair.
Oh, wow.
And I said, well, I have something to say. And I said, we have a mutual friend named Willie Nile. And he put his hands on my shoulder, and I'm not going to try to imitate his Irish voice. Yeah. But he said, we are lucky, lucky friends to have, or lucky, lucky people to have a friend like Willie Nile.
Oh, that's super cool.
And that was just a fun mixed bag
cool is
moment.
that?
But I have dozens and dozens. We had wonderful guests, very giving guests that would set up in our studio. The bands would perform to describe the show.
So yeah, I was going to say, so Mixed Bag Radio, tell us a little bit about what that was.
I had a legendary DJ partner and dear friend named Pete Fornatel.
Yeah.
Pete was WNEW New York and K-Rock, and he formed musical tastes throughout the country and the world. Everyone from Peter, Paul, and Mary, Dion, Loggins and Messina.
Oh, wow.
Groups throughout. And he was more of a folky, and I was more of a punk and rock and roll type
Darn
guy.
kids these days.
Right. And he would allow me to bring in the guests. I would book all of the guests. And the reason it was called Mixed Bag, it was truly a mixed bag. We had Bo Diddley on from the early days. We had the New York Dolls from the punk days.
Oh, wow.
We had Loggins and Messina, Peter, Paul, and Mary, Dion. We had Sting on the show and Steely Dan. And these were just great people.
Yeah.
They were very comfortable. And many of them were honored to be on the show to meet my partner, Pete. He was that much of a
Yeah, he was a
legend.
big deal.
And he was. And I was fortunate enough when Pete went on sabbatical or went to write a book or couldn't make it, I became the interviewer.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Pete was the best of the best. And I struggled to be moderately good.
Sure.
And I'm happy to say I achieved that.
There you go. Did you ever, by any chance, have any of the members of either the Pleasures or Ras the Band on Mixed Bag Radio?
Yes, but you have to dig really deep in the archives to find that.
All right. Well, listen, I'm looking at the drummer for the Pleasures and
That guy over there.
Ras the Band over there, Ben Castro. I love that. I figured I'd just give you a plug. I do love you, and I love your bands.
I spoke.
You should be on Mixed Bag.
I spoke to the great drummer Ben and told him my favorite drumming story and drummer story.
Tell me.
We had Glenn Campbell and Jimmy Webb on the show.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're familiar with the
Glenn,
legendary songwriter Jimmy Webb and, of course, Glenn Campbell.
Yeah.
And in the midst of the broadcast, I was filming it, and Pete was conducting the interview, and this guy walks into the studio right in front of my camera. And, of course, he was recognized right away, and it was Ringo.
Oh, wow.
And Ringo stood right in front of the camera for about 5 minutes, and then he realized, turned to me and gave the peace sign and went and sat down and participated in the interview. So
Peace and love.
peace and love
and
from
love.
Ringo.
Uh-huh.
So that was a good Ben drumming story.
That's cool,
awesome.
Huh?
Our uncle Rick is friends with Ringo.
Yeah. Ringo gave
buddies.
Ringo gave our Uncle Rick I think a leather jacket for Christmas or Hanukkah, something one year. Yeah, they're friends. Our uncle's he's a movie producer out in California, and our aunt is a pretty well-known astrologist as well.
Oh, interesting.
And so they have a bunch of people in common and became friends with Ringo. Kind of cool. All right, we'll see if Uncle Rick can let Ringo know that we connected.
Get out of the way of the
Tell
camera
him-
next
tell
time.
him I say hello.
Yeah, well, listen, we'll see if we'll show him the
back
show him
of his
podcast.
head.
Yeah, we'll show him the podcast.
So next we're going to go to a segment we have called First Job, Best Lesson. So, Chris, what was your first job?
So I had a lot of first jobs.
Okay.
I started working when I was 12 years old, and I don't remember which came first,
The chicken.
but
The egg.
chicken, the egg, or working in an arcade and fixing the machines. So I
that's
worked in
cool.
an arcade. I had a paper route. I painted people's basement floors.
Really?
I shoveled snow. I cut grass. I did everything that you could do. And I finally had my first real job when I'd get a W-2, and I was a garbage man.
Oh, there you go.
When I was 16 and hung on the back
Like
of
on
a
the back
truck,
of a truck.
and I thought I was the king of the world.
Heck yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I was a paper boy when I was a kid. I used to cut lawns as well.
Right.
And our dad was a garbage man for a little while.
I'm smart. I didn't
He didn't
touch
do
that.
any of that. No manual labor.
Well, it's
These hands are the softest hands you'll ever feel.
well, you don't need to join a gym if you're
Yeah.
a garbage man.
Yeah.
You muscle on top of muscle at that point.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. So, you mentioned a bunch of different jobs. Are there any lessons that you learned from those early jobs that you say you still carry today?
Yes, my dad taught me so many lessons, and I learned if someone calls you, you call them back. If you say you're going to be there at 8 o'clock, you get there at 7:45. I came here 15 minutes early out of habit because that's what I was taught, and I've done it from the beginning, and I'll continue to do it forever.
I love
awesome.
that. Right? That's a great lesson. I mean, our dad always told us in his email signature, I can't remember if it is still right now, but it's, work with what you have and make it better. Right? Same kind of thing. It's just one of those things that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I love it.
It just makes sense.
Absolutely. But listen, I know what you're going to do next, but before you do, can I just mention how good this St. James iced tea is? I am drinking right now the passion fruit and peach. It is so delicious. And no sugar. 4 grams of sugar. So not a lot of sugar. It is delicious. And I just got to say, shout out to St. James. I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Do you want to give them your address or something? See if you get a free bottle here.
Hey, if they would, I would.
That way you don't have
Mr.
to.
James, what is it?
Yeah, Mr. St. James. That way you don't have to go to the store and buy them yourself. But it is good.
Delicious.
Right? All right, so back to
you
the
can
show.
go now, yeah.
So I just want to do a quick pause. If you are a South Florida neighbor thinking about buying a home, selling a home, or you're wondering if refinancing might make sense because rates have ticked down a little bit, we are happy to take a look with you. We are the Nathanson Brothers Real Estate and Mortgage Team, and we'll give you straight answers, no pressure. And to start the process, you can head to lovewhereyouLiveFL.com. And remember, we do things the right way, and when things go wrong, what do?
We do the right
We do
thing.
the right
Dan.
thing. That's
All right,
it.
Can we get back to Chris now?
All right, fine.
All right, I love
back
it.
to Chris.
So, Chris, walk us through what you do day to day. So, what does a typical project look like from first conversation to installation?
Well, what I do day to day, most of the time, doesn't involve the installation. It gets there. So what I do is I network. I meet wonderful people like you,
Oh,
and I educate them, as we did earlier in the show, about the products that we have, how they work, have them come to the showroom, see the demonstration, and talk to them about my background. But more importantly, and this is another lesson I learned, I listen. So I want to hear
Big one.
what they have to say, what they're looking for, what's most important to them. And then we start with the boring part of it.
Yeah.
We do the infrastructure. We wire, we put access points in, we put in fiber. We work with the electricians, the electrical plans, and the architects to make sure everything's drawn out ahead of time. Once it's wired correctly, you can add virtually anything to your home. A small home, a big home, a mansion, a yacht.
Right.
If you have it wired correctly, the sky's the limit. If you have fiber and you have the technology built in that has automatic software upgrades, you're good to go.
awesome.
That's so cool. And it's interesting, like when Chris was saying that, I was thinking about, right, like our businesses. We talk to people about, hey, listen, we're really good at asking questions and actually listening to your answers and then helping you figure out the best options for you, right? And it sounds like that's what you do too, is right? What is it you want? What's your ultimate end goal? And then you figure out how do we help you get there?
The other thing that I think we have in common is the product is really Dan and Michael and Chris.
Yeah.
Our integrity, our honesty, our communication.
Yes.
It can be any product. There are a lot of folks that do what you do, lots of
What?
folks that do what
No.
they don't do it as well.
Oh,
How could they?
I thought I was the only realtor in South
Right?
Florida.
Yeah, that's it.
Being the best doesn't mean you're the only
Yeah,
one, right?
right.
And I don't mean to offend all my
Yeah.
realtor friends.
Yeah, right.
Gotta be careful, got to walk
Yeah,
the
of
line.
course.
But what we really do is we're selling ourselves and our commitment to a project.
Yeah.
Our projects last a long time, and we don't leave people in the end. We have a full service department. People can get in touch with us. So can the client. So can the builder. Just like you guys, we want to be referred in the future, and we want to do the right thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
love it.
And that's how you sleep at night.
Listen, that's why you're sitting here. We align. That's exactly how we run all of our businesses.
Correct.
Right? It's right when things go wrong.
We do the right
do
thing.
the right thing.
Listen,
Like, that's it.
Like
It's-
my brother and I were talking with someone earlier for our handyman and renovation business for Home Dudes Florida. We put together a quote for a woman an older lady, lives by herself. She has a condo that she needed a bunch of work done. And the quote we put together was not a small one, about $50,000 worth of work. And I got a phone call from her son from out of state. And he said, hey, listen, you guys require a 50% deposit to get on the schedule, 25% the day that you start, and then you finish with 25%. He says, how do I know that you're not going to take my mom's money and run? And my first response to him was, I just want to say thank you for taking care of your mom, for looking out for your mom, because I wish more people did that with us.
Right.
So many people just kind of do whatever they're going to do, and I wish there was more family support there. Sure. And then I said to him, I said, listen, we can't hide, and it's not an ego thing. My brother is the chairman of the board of the YMCA in Boca. I'm on the board of directors for the Boca School for Autism. We're trustees at the Chamber of Commerce. We have a podcast. Like, if we mess up, we can't hide, right? We're everywhere. And he said, gotcha, makes sense. And we're actually waiting. Hopefully, I just saw a message. Mom's has a little health issue right now, so we're going to be on hold for a little bit, but they're proceeding with us. But again, that's what it is. Do the right thing, communicate well, stand behind your work.
Mm-hmm. It's a reasonable question, and that's why I work at Sound Vision Technology, because these guys have been around for 15 years. We all have charitable endeavors. Mm-hmm. We also take that deposit, and we have a big warehouse, and we'll write Dan right on the box when we get your deposit.
There you go.
We don't rob from Peter to pay Paul.
No.
So that's what we say. We say, we take it, we buy the products for you, we keep them in inventory for when we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Lots of folks don't operate that way.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
An interesting thing about moving to Florida, I used to have a very deep bench back in Long Island.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I was on the Manhattan Chamber of Commerce, involved with the Sag Harbor, Southampton, and East Hampton Chambers.
Yeah.
I sat on the school board for 10 years.
Wow.
My dad and family were very well known. I coached all the sports like we've talked about off mic. I don't have that going on here yet.
Not yet.
So I'm loving the fact that I'm meeting people in the community.
Yeah.
And I met just this incredible woman named Joan. She works for Lighthouse for the Blind.
Right? Yeah. Is that who we talked with?
No, we had Lisa Stella.
Lisa Stella from
Lighthouse for the Blind. She was on. I have another podcast.
It's okay. We love your other podcast, Food, Family, and Philanthropy. Yeah.
But this is going to be the first group I'm going to get involved in. I'm putting together a package and donations for their charity event. I also got involved with the Cardinals and the Marlins up at Roger Dean Stadium.
Oh, cool.
Because I'm a baseball guy. So I'm starting to get involved in the community. I'm going to join the Rotary down in Delray.
Oh, beautiful.
And these are things I like to do, and I like to give back. It may or may not result in business, but it's going to make me feel at home here. Mm-hmm. And meeting you guys was the same thing.
I appreciate that.
I felt at home right away.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's the goal, is to be comfortable. And by the way, quick sidebar about Roger Dean Stadium and the Cardinals and all that. My brother, when not long, it wasn't maybe a year or two after you moved down, we wanted to go watch the Red Sox play a spring training game. And it was on this coast, not on the West Coast.
Yes.
And my brother says, yep, I know where the stadium is. I've seen the signs. Remember that?
I think that was a different game because it was south, not north. But you can.
But we went there. How about this? We went to the wrong stadium.
There was a sign on the, like, I just lived here and I'm like, oh, there's a sign on the side of the highway. It says stadium.
Right.
And so we drove, I don't know, 45 minutes
the wrong
way.
Oh, no. Well, if you'd seen a sign that said Fenway Park, you would have just kept on going.
Yeah.
You would have gotten to see them.
In a heartbeat. By the way, that is not our first time doing it. Dad still, every once in a while, will call, really it's me, because I was the adult at the time. He calls me wrong way. When I was 18, meaning my brother was 10, we went on a road trip, just the two of us. We left Sharon, Massachusetts, to go visit our friends Damon and Darcy Picard up in Canada, Ontario, Canada. And again, this was pre-navigation. This was pre-MapQuest.
You had the Hackstrom map and you opened it up.
That's literally what it was.
Highlighter.
And I'm going, okay, I know where I'm going. I'm taking this road, then I'm heading north. Well, we were so excited. We're talking. And it wasn't until, so embarrassing, I can't believe I admit it. It wasn't until we got to almost Providence, Rhode Island, 45 minutes south.
Right.
Not north. Canada's north of where we were in Massachusetts. I drove 45 minutes south and then proceeded with, it was like a 12, 18-hour drive or something like. It was crazy, but
We
yeah,
made it.
we did make it eventually. But yeah, I have a
But you
history.
probably had a good time.
We
and
did.
you have a story to
Oh
tell
yes,
now.
and
So
again,
that's-
Dad still every once in a while. Thank you, Dad. I still get the wrong way every once in a while. All right, so Chris, when you're working with architects and builders, where would you say that you see projects go sideways most often, and is there a way for you to prevent some of those headaches?
lack of communication is where it can go sideways.
Yeah.
And the way to prevent that is the way I go about my daily business. If I have 3 appointments tomorrow, first thing in the morning, I text all 3 of them to confirm. If there's a job that may or may not go sideways, I'm like white on rice with the electrician, with the builder,
Yep.
with the architect. Is there anything I can do? And as you guys may have figured out, I'm an in-person type of guy. So
Same.
I'll get to the job site, I'll be the first person there, and we'll talk. We'll have coffee. We'll figure out what's going on.
Awesome.
I love that.
And I'll urge people to be in touch with me.
Yes.
For some reason, some people are very good at communication. Some people aren't. The biggest challenge is the folks that aren't.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that they can be the best builder, the
Yeah.
best craftsman, the best architect, and it just slips their mind or they're distracted. So my strength may be to pull them in and to communicate a little bit better.
Awesome. What's one upgrade that people think is like extra, but it turns out that it's the thing they're most grateful that you added to the job or whatever it may be?
Once again, the boring things, an extra access point, some more security cameras, having sound bars on all of the TVs throughout the house. So when you have a party, the music can either be the same or different in each room.
That's cool.
There's a great product called invisible speakers, and speakers that are actually built into your wall. You mud over them and paint, and you don't know there's a speaker there.
Really?
The whole wall becomes a speaker.
Really?
And they're not cost prohibitive. So we'll have you guys down to the showroom.
Yeah, we're doing that.
You click a button, and it's a wall of sound.
Wow,
Wow.
that's so cool. I love that, and it's almost like you're reading our notes ahead, because my next question really is for a realtor or interior designer listening. What's the best way to collaborate with you so the client experience feels smooth? And I still, like we talked about, I think at our first coffee, is heading to your showroom in Delray to kind of get an experience. Like, is that what you would say is a great way to collaborate, is come in and just see everything and get the feel and then figure it out from there?
Yes, and it's a full education from A to Z. Partner Abe Tesler does it. We have our lighting technology, our shades, the invisible speakers, mirror TVs, frame TVs, all sorts of gadgets that aren't really gadgets. They become necessities once you see them, if you're building a high-end home. The one thing I will say to realtors is, if you have a client whose home is for sale, you may think of doing these upgrades, because for the amount of money that it costs to put this technology into your home, it's going to do one of 2 things. You're either going to get it back 3, 4, or 5-fold, or it's going to make the home sell quicker.
Right.
Right.
That's cool. And listen, again, it's almost like you peeked the notes ahead, because
I wrote the notes.
you did, right? I was going to ask, it maybe it is related to it. What's your favorite wow moment to show someone the things that make, oh, I get it now?
It's hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
And people are wowed at different things. But I would say Josh AI, where
Yeah.
the microphone is built into the wall, and all of these products are controlled by voice commands.
Wow.
So I can say, Dan and Michael are here for dinner. It'll turn on your favorite music. It'll turn on the TV with the Red Sox game.
Really?
It'll lower the blinds and raise the light over the dining room table. And
Wow.
so what we've done is everything we have to offer is activated by a simple voice command of a few words.
Really?
And what's terrific about Josh AI and what's very important is it's not like the other Google products or Siri. It's private and encrypted. So you can't be spied upon the way
Right.
we all are with our phones.
Yeah.
Right.
And for the level of clientele that we have, that's very, very important.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if any way we could get Ben, I hope you don't mind, I'm volunteering the studio. We could get some Josh AI in here, and when Ben sees us walking up, Michael and Dan are here, the lights get set up, our background comes on, there's a St. James iced tea in front of my brother. I wouldn't mind a water in a cup. I mean, that, Ben, I'm just saying.
We could do that, but then you guys would become holograms and you wouldn't even have to show up.
Can I tell you, Ben,
Perfect.
Ben would
It'll be
probably
better,
appreciate
right?
that.
The audience wouldn't notice.
Yeah, no, the audience would be thrilled.
Right.
They'd be less of a shithead than we are in normal life. I love that.
Chris, let's talk wellness lighting for a moment. All right. So, what's the simplest way to explain it without making it sound like sci-fi?
The lights have chips in them. And they have
Chocolate?
millions of colors. Chocolate chip,
I'll take
every
10.
type of chip you like. And they are literally smart lighting. And the wellness portion of it is it knows the weather outside, it knows when it's dark, and it gets gradually lighter. And this is very healthy for your body.
Wow.
So the lights inside the house can mimic what's outside the house.
So cool.
So cool.
So that must help with the seasonal affective disorder.
Yes.
Like so many people up north get affected with during the wintertime because the days are so much shorter and so much darker.
Right.
That's cool.
To pivot from wellness to talk about the millions of different types of lights there are and temperatures, you can also say, make the house, Josh, you can say, make the house look like an aquarium.
Really?
It'll be dolphin blue throughout. We also do many different art galleries. There are lights that are pointed on priceless pieces of art and oil paintings, and it can make that painting look 100 or 1,000 different ways.
So are you ready? Here's your client,
The photographer.
the photographer.
Oh my God, I have one of his pictures. Oh my God,
I'm drawing a blank on the guy's name.
he's got the studio and he's got one in
Las
Vegas.
one in the Keys. I can't remember the guy's name. Super famous
look it up.
photographer where the images change depending upon the light. And there's so also as a matter of fact, so I can't think of his name either. Darn it. I have, and my brother has some metal art that, they're basically flat panels on the wall, and the artist uses a grinder to make different designs and shapes, and then uses a lacquer and all sorts of stuff on top of it. And when the light changes, it changes. Like I have one in my house. I call it Big Red.
Okay.
And it's a 5-panel red with all sorts of kind of designs in it, and depending upon the light, it changes dramatically. That would be cool to have.
Oh,
Well, we have it in the showroom. You guys are going to see it soon.
Yeah.
And if you had gotten to the showroom before this podcast,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have to talk.
Right,
You would
because
talk
we'd just
all
be
about
blown
it.
away.
You would be raving about it.
Oh, heck yeah.
It's quite amazing.
That's cool. And the other artist too, the painter, I was just going to say.
Kavanaugh.
Oh,
Doug Kavanaugh.
Doug Kavanaugh. Doug Kavanaugh is the photographer that we love. He used to be based on the West Coast in Tampa area, and now he's in, I think, the Carolinas. And I was going to say the painter, Thomas Kincaid.
Okay.
Right? So Thomas Kincaid, it was Lisa Callanan, a woman that we used to work with. She had Thomas Kincaid paintings, and she shared that when you change the light, for example, if she has a street scene and there are street lights and this and that, when the lighting changes, it looks like the street lights turn on
Yes.
and glow. Like your lighting on top of that would be super cool.
Amazing. Well, bring all these folks down here,
Heck yeah.
whether they choose this lighting or not,
Right.
they should at least see it and know
Yeah,
about it.
absolutely.
I love that.
All right, so Chris, Control4 and Savant get thrown around a lot. Okay, so when is each a fit, and how do you guide someone without overwhelming them?
There's not necessarily an overlap in the exact products.
Okay.
We use Lutron most often. Control4 has been around as well, and when we use Control4, it's often upgrading a system or working with a system that's already existing.
Okay.
Savant has some incredible products. One in particular, they have battery storage for electricity. And you can have solar panels, you can have a generator,
Wow.
and of course you can have FPL. But the battery stores an incredible amount of energy.
Wow.
And if there's any type of crisis, any type of outage, those batteries can keep your house running for days and days, if not
Wow.
weeks and weeks. It also controls if there's a surge or a brownout, and it's a product that most people don't need or want.
Yeah.
But the higher end, larger houses that just can't have a generator,
Right.
a small battery, use it. And that's my favorite Savant product.
That's really cool. I like that. And so can you think of a time where you helped take a stressed out client and turned it into, hey, listen, this product, this system was the best decision we made? Like, where you've helped them find, again, some sort of solution that they really just loved.
I'm doing my job if that happens with every client.
Great
I
answer. It's got
feel
good answers.
It's a good answer.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And
No, I know,
it would
but
be
they're still
true.
good answers.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
No, it would be
because it's true.
true. And that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
And it's funny when we talk about Nick's Bag Radio and Pete Fornatel, he would say, the first thing you need to do is take the thorn out of the lion's paw. And that would be making people comfortable.
Yeah.
That's what we would do. That's the analogy to what makes a client happy. In fact, I had Nick Lowe. He wrote Peace, Love, and Understanding.
Okay.
So funny about Peace, Love, and Understanding. And he was my guest. And I said something to him that did take the thorn out of the paw, but it was very genuine. I said, if Buddy Holly were alive today, he would be writing the types of songs that you're writing now.
I'm sure he was honored.
He was blown away with it, but it was just my honest observation.
Yeah.
But it was an example of what we do with a client for sound vision technology. You take the thorn out of the paw.
I love that.
I like that. Take the thorn out of the paw.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Chris, we're going to go into a segment now we love, and I thought we changed the name of this.
No?
We used to call it the Book of Awesome, but we changed it, I thought, to the Book of Wicked Awesome.
The Book of Wicked Awesome.
It's not called that, but I just like saying
Well, you
Wicked, Wicked
Massachusetts
Awesome.
guys love to do that.
So we're going to do the Book of Wicked Awesome. Dan, explain it.
So the Book of Wicked Awesome is full of little prompts. So we're just going to ask you, and it's little prompts of awesome things. So we're going to ask you just to open up the book, flip to a random page, read the bold headline at the top, and let us know if it brings up a story, a thought, a memory, or something like that. And if you flip to one that you don't like, feel free to flip to a different one. But yeah, feel free.
A
Please.
reroll, a mulligan.
A reroll. There you go.
do you
I like
I didn't
that.
know I'd need my glasses, and I didn't know there'd be a test.
Do you want me to read it for you?
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
There you go. Sure.
Let's see.
All right. Oh, this is cute.
Okay.
Dangling your feet in the water.
Oh,
Oh, that's one of my favorite things to do.
I love that.
See?
So at the ocean,
Yeah.
Gulf, a pool, or a hot tub, to sit there with an ice cold drink and to talk to somebody or just look at the sunset, that is one of my absolute favorite things.
I love that.
Yeah.
Same. I love, for me, dangling the feet in the water with a lemonade. I don't know why, a lemonade or maybe an Arnold Palmer, the mix. I just like that refreshing and
I
refreshing.
think I like that at the pool, and I like a cold beer at the ballpark. So those are the two best things you can have.
I like
Awesome. I like it.
that's
yeah,
very cool.
listen, the Book of Awesome. There's some
It is
really
the
cool
Book of
stuff in there. I love it. So we're going to do a quick local shout out
Okay.
now. So if you've seen our business cards lately, yes, they're a glow up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's thanks to Eric Rosenblum and the team at Southgate Design.
Love those guys.
They helped us create cards that actually feel like our brand, clean, high quality, and memorable. If you're a business owner and your branding needs to match how good you are at what you do, look up Southgate Design. We'll drop their link in the show notes. Eric, you're a man. You're the man. You're awesome.
Listen, and Eric,
Even for a Jets fan.
right? Yeah, even for a Jets fan, Eric did print this for us too. Remember, I know I've talked about this. Eric made that for me as we're in the same BNI group, and for his commercial one day, Eric talked about some of the things that he can print, and he brought in an example, a standee of me, and gave it to me. And so, like, all right, it's going to be in our background. Thank you, Eric.
And he's such a good dude.
The whole team. And again, we've had him as a guest before too, a finalist in the Florida's Funniest Comedian contest. He was a top 10 finalist in Florida's Funniest Comedian. We love that.
Yeah.
And he's a loyal guy if he's a Jets fan.
I know.
Yeah.
Stick with the Jets, you got to be loyal.
I got to say, he texts me after Patriots games and says congrats.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I don't text him. Well, they don't win very much. So there's nothing to text. But
Such a jerk. All right, so Chris, you are newer to Florida. You're building relationships. Like we talked about, you don't have yet that full bench to support you. What's something you're finding that you're enjoying and you love about growing that so far in South Florida? Is there anything that kind of stands out or different from maybe what you had back in New Jersey, or again, just how is that working for you so far?
It's kind of the magic that I've been attracted to very good people. So if I've met 500 people, I've gravitated towards what I feel is the best 10 or 15,
Yeah.
if not the best like-minded
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
like you guys. And it's a
Thank you.
really
Thank you.
good example because I've been fortunate as could be. In New York, it's a little more competitive, a little quicker pace,
yeah.
less time to socialize or to get to know people. And I've enjoyed that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
listen, and we're fortunate because we kind of do the same thing, right? We say all the time, we are so fortunate to have the people around us that are around us because jerks don't last around us because we're nice people, we're kind people. We like to surround ourselves with nice and kind people, and Ben Castro. And well, he's not even listening. Anyway, Ben, I was just talking crap about you. You weren't even listening. But anyway, we have that around us. It's just a great group of people. And I think you'll find that too. There are some really awesome people locally.
Yeah.
And we'll do our best to continue to help you grow that.
For sure.
Well, work has never felt like work for me, and it doesn't now.
That's cool.
So I've had my own business for 35, 40 years. Now I'm working for someone, and I've enjoyed every day at work.
Love that.
You know, and you have good days, you have bad days,
course.
but then you wake up optimistic
Yeah.
the day after.
Yeah.
Love that.
And no matter what hits me, I seem to be resilient and optimistic. So
Yes, sir.
Love it.
hopefully not too much hits me.
So, right, you're newer to town. What local spots have you found that you just love, like restaurant, coffee shop, place you'd bring someone from out of town?
Everything downtown West Palm Beach.
Okay.
I can't walk past a shop, a coffee shop, a restaurant without wanting to check it out, and I've enjoyed every bit of it.
Awesome.
And we bring our guests there, our family there. My wife and I go there. I can't wait to experience the theater on the corner, the
The Kravis Center.
Kravitz Center, and the one that's right downtown.
Oh, yeah.
And
Very
I've
cool.
also made it down to the Guitar Hotel a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah.
And seen Chris Stapleton, Rod Stewart,
Oh, wow.
Stevie Nicks, Bruce Springsteen, Ed Sheeran.
Love
just incredible shows because I'm a live music
Yeah.
junkie.
Love that.
So
My
it's been-
sister-in-law and I are looking forward to, we're going to go see Chris Stapleton together. Right? We both love Chris Stapleton.
He was great. We just saw him about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, awesome.
I wasn't invited.
You're not invited.
That's okay.
You don't love him as much as Lydia and I do.
I'll take care of Lydia's children.
We are going to go see, it's in a church, and it's a candlelight orchestra,
Yes, I've not been. I've only seen the ads for it on social media.
and that's what drew me in.
Yeah.
And
So my son is a singer, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And he goes to school. He's in high school. He goes to school for singing in West Palm. We live in Boca, but he goes to school in West Palm to a school called Dreyfus School of the Arts. And I got to tell you, those kids are honestly
Amazing.
better than most of the people you saw that you just named.
Than the pros.
It's amazing.
Unbelievable. And they have a concert every year called Prism, where James Patterson, the author, helps underwrite it, and they sell out the Kravis Center in like
3
5
minutes. Yeah,
minutes.
it's crazy.
Oh, please let me
And
know 2
it is-
minutes before they go on sale.
It
I'd love
is
to go to
like
that.
my favorite concert.
Yeah.
And that one, so he's in the choir, but they bring in the band as well. So there's literally
Yeah,
like
the
there's a
entire
point
orchestra.
where there's like 150 pieces on stage with 100 people singing behind. It is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So impressive.
Yeah.
And they're
Better than the
and they're high
battle-
school kids.
Better than the Battle of the Bands.
How could
for
it
the
be?
Just a
chamber?
lot. Yeah.
How could it be better?
Just
than
a lot
Battle of the
better.
Bands? I mean, 2 award-winning performers here. I mean, come on. How could it be better?
If I had questions for you, we'd be talking about that for about 20 minutes.
Oh, we talk.
I'm used to being the person asking the
I know.
questions.
Listen, you're doing pretty well answering. I'm telling you, you're doing a good job.
You're doing a good job
We,
asking.
we try. So next question. We always try to pull a community thread, and you already mentioned Lighthouse for the Blind. And remind me your name,
Joan Friedman.
Joan Friedman, right? So, well, first off, how did you connect with Joan? And the follow up is, are there any other local causes that you've been able to connect with that you think, hey, wow, this is something else I want to get involved with?
Connecting with Joan was kind of funny, and there's a bit of a story behind it. It was the Christmas party for the Chamber of the Palm Beaches.
Okay.
And like I had said earlier, there's just some gravitational pull
Yeah.
to the right people.
Yes.
And she's a fascinating woman with an incredible story. So we just had lunch yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And I can't remember the name of the steakhouse, but I always get there early.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a gentleman. I got there early. I left my credit card with the waiter. I said, this
Yeah.
is going to be. There's no one in the restaurant but some woman sitting in the dark on the other side. So they said, we think she's here. So I,
Okay.
Oh, she got here before me. She's very early.
Right.
So I say, Joan? And she says, yes.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I'm Chris Hall. She says, oh, how wonderful. I shake her hand, and she says, sit down. But before I sit down, I noticed there's birthday stuff on the table. And I said, there's a birthday party? I thought it was just lunch with us. And she says, oh, no, we're having a birthday. And then I realized this is not the Joan I'm here
that
to
is
see.
Oh,
awesome.
really?
And she's the only person in the restaurant.
Oh, that's so funny.
So I sit down in a booth, and my Joan arrives, Joan
love that.
Friedman, and I tell her the story. But the initial Joan had other women, 1, 2, 3, 4 women. No guy shows up. So I don't know why she was so gracious to invite me down to become
is
part of the
awesome.
party, but I had a wonderful lunch with Joan Friedman and learned a lot about Lighthouse for the Blind, and I'm
What
going to
a
be fully involved.
Cool place, right?
Great
I mean,
organization, right?
yeah, I was lucky enough to have, like I said, have Lisa Stella on a different podcast, and I was blown away at what they do. Like, I never heard of them before I met her.
No.
Yeah,
And
and if you'd like to learn more about Lighthouse for the Blind, listen to my brother's podcast episode with her with Food, Family, and Philanthropy, which you can find everywhere you find the Digital Mayor's podcast, Apple, YouTube, Spotify. I mean, everywhere.
please do that, because I would do an injustice to the organization
Yeah.
if I tried to explain
Same.
what they did.
Same. It's so great, and Lisa was so wonderful.
Yes.
I enjoyed that conversation so much.
Yeah.
So for Sound Vision Technology, what's next for you guys? What are you guys excited about over the next 12, maybe 24 months that's upcoming that you know about?
The two partners go to seminars throughout the country every 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
They'll fly to Denver, they'll fly to Austin, Texas, they'll go out to California, and they come home with stories of what's coming, but they don't exactly know when it's coming.
Right.
But just like with AI or any other technology, it's going to move way faster than
yeah.
any of us can imagine.
Yeah.
And that's why the importance of the upgradable software, our monitoring, and customer service.
Yeah.
4K TV and wiring for fiber is very important. People talk about 8K, but that's really a ways off.
Yeah.
It's not going to get here. There's too much technology to push through the pipeline.
Very cool. And Red, I know you talked about, right, they go to seminars and find stuff that they're not even sure exactly what it's going to be. But is there a trend that you're aware of that is coming that most people still aren't paying attention to?
Oh, that's a good one.
The trend is full home automation. That's only available to a segment of the population that's very wealthy. And there are certain things you can do, restocking your refrigerator, turning on your coffee machine, that type of thing. Most people don't gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
And I know Michael wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
There does come a point where it's too much technology, but it's the quality of all of it that's going to continue to improve, and the affordability
Right.
and the value provided.
Yeah.
So just as anything that's come before us, to go back to a VCR, DVD player, even back to a color TV, very expensive when it starts, very bulky maybe. This technology is getting better and better and more affordable for everyone.
It's cool.
That's cool. I'm excited about that. Right. Again, we have a client who's a friend that when we went over to take photos, I was blown away by his place, right? Because I was just really ignorant to a lot of the home automation and all that, right? His lights,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Drew Richardson.
Thank you.
Sorry,
I'm looking,
He has smart lights. He has the automatic blinds. He has all this cool stuff. And I was just like, oh my God. So literally that got me to set up a couple of routines for the Amazon Alexa stuff I have in my house. Like my alarm goes off at 6, and as soon as I shut the alarm off, it tells me the weather. It tells me an affirmation that I've programmed it with. The Amazon Alexa that I have in my bathroom, which is right there, turns on a playlist that I love that gets me up and out of bed.
Right.
You know, like that, even that little stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Sure, and it's stuff that 5 years ago you couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
And I really can't, and I didn't mean to avoid your question, I really can't imagine what's coming.
Right.
next, and that's part of the advancement of technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to come see the showroom.
Yeah.
I really am.
Listen, I'm excited in my own house. I finally have by the way, I don't think you're supposed to be saying the A word because they're everywhere and it's probably,
Sorry if I
you're
turn
probably
stuff
doing
on,
stuff.
man.
So I finally have the A word in my house, can turn my TV off and on. That blows me away. I'm
That's
such
so
an idiot
cool.
with technology.
Sure.
I just started doing that like a month ago and I love it. I think it's
It is awesome.
so cool.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
If someone, Chris, is listening or watching and wants to level up right now, business, life, is there a book, a podcast, a tool that you would want to put in their hands to help them kind of level up?
I would like to meet with them or speak on the phone or bring them to the showroom.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you can get the full depth of it in the experience. So I can tell you about invisible speakers where I hadn't mentioned the subwoofers are also built into the wall with a little slit above the base molding, and it just rocks you.
That's cool.
And If you put the volume on high, it blows you away. If you put the volume on low, the fidelity is incredible.
Wow.
So what I would say is come, give me a call.
Come to the showroom.
And,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter if you're ready to do it, you're not ready to do it, you're never going to do it. We welcome everyone.
I love that. And we will put Chris's contact information in the show notes. So anybody that's looking to get some information, have a conversation, visit the showroom, will be able to reach out directly to you.
Yes. All right, so now we're going to go to the next segment. Can I say it kind of cool?
Go ahead.
Local life lightning round. All right, so for a quick lightning round, Chris,
Yes.
what's your favorite local restaurant right now, and what are you ordering?
I like Lenora's.
Oh, me too.
So good.
They're in different towns, as you know.
Yep.
And when I went to the first one, I said, "Oh, this is a great place." And then I realized that there were other locations. And I'm ordering lasagna.
Oh,
Yeah, really?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
The chicken parm there is really good too.
I'll order
Everything.
that. I'll order that also.
The burrata.
The burrata
is so
is
good.
good.
Like everything I've had is
I
good
like
there.
Lenora's.
Their meatballs are phenomenal as well.
There's a lot of good stuff
I
there.
like food.
Yeah. Well, again.
Or I'll stay home and my wife makes it better than anybody.
Oh,
Really?
All right. We'll
So
You guys can come for that.
for lasagna, a lot of people don't approve of this, the Italians and all that. So my wife's from Brazil originally, and she makes a Brazilian lasagna, which I like, honestly, better, I think. So they use a blush sauce, and they put ham on it as well, like layers of ham with
interesting.
the pasta, and it just gives it that nice little salty, like,
It is delicious.
really good.
It's different.
it's different.
Excuse me. And delicious.
I keep meeting and hearing about wives from Brazil. Not just yours, but my godson Liam, who does my social media,
yeah.
is married to a woman from Brazil.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And Abe,
I mean, congrats.
and Abe Tesler, the partner at Sound Vision
Oh, yeah.
Technologies' wife, is from Brazil as well.
Yeah,
That's
I
very
got a good one. I got the best one.
You did.
But see those gray hair and bags under my eyes. I'm only 24 years old.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
She did it to him. It was Lydia and the kids. So we asked you to have your phone with you.
Yes.
So our question is, what is the image on your phone's lock screen, and is there a story behind it? So, and if it's something you're willing to share and show, you can show it and
Oh,
point
I
it
don't
to your
even know
camera.
if you can see it, but it's a scene from Sicily, looking out over the water with just a little bit of a tree there and some boats in the back.
Oh, beautiful. Where?
We've been.
Where in Sicily?
We
You remember?
we were Taormina was
Shut up. We've been there.
We were there.
No
We
big
were
deal.
there in June.
Taormina
So
was
beautiful.
was up the mountains, and I'm trying to
Whatever the
remember.
port is, I can't remember, but
Yeah.
that port.
Messina?
We we went over to Messina,
Yeah.
and Messina was my uncle Tony Messina was his last name.
Oh, wow.
And my grandfather and his family was from Shaka, which is a fishing coast on the other side from Messina.
I love that. That's so cool, right? And again, we've been to Taormina literally this past June. Had some pistachio wine. I have some pistachio wine still from there. Yeah, I will crack that at some point. And it was beautiful.
Yeah, how cool though. I mean,
Gorgeous.
the timing that we were there. So literally a few days before we got there, the volcano erupted. When we were there, we saw smoke coming from the volcano. And then like the day after we left, it erupted again or something.
Yeah.
It was
Incredible.
crazy.
Yeah.
And when we get back to Italy as often as we can, and our last trip we went to Lake Como.
Oh, wow.
But before that, we were in Monza seeing Bruce Springsteen,
Oh,
which we follow.
that must have been
around
terrible.
the country and the world.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for you that you had to do that.
Yeah.
It must have been terrible. That's awesome.
The Jersey guy has to follow.
Of course.
Yeah,
It's the
I
boss.
get it.
He's the boss. You have to.
Yeah. So if you get a full day off, no work, no email, how are you spending it?
Oh, I'm spending it with my wife or with the many people who like to visit us. We have more friends since we moved to Florida, and it's colder or snowing up north than we ever knew. And they don't care if we're home or not.
No.
So I can go to work and they'll just hang out. And I said, "You're really not coming to see me."
No.
So,
No. That's the thing about Florida. They don't care if you're here or not, as long as they have a place to stay.
But we're definitely active. We get out and about and don't lounge around.
Awesome.
I love that. I love that. So what would you say is something, a small thing that someone in South Florida could do this week to support the community or support local businesses in a meaningful way?
Local businesses that's really what hits home, because I had so many friends up north that own small shops and restaurants, boutiques. Just buy less online
Yeah.
and go into the stores and buy things and meet people and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Love it. Listen,
love it.
where we had our coffee,
Right, exactly.
Colombian Coffee House. right? We love to support Diana and her coffee house. We've had as a past guest Sarah Mark from Six Coffee Bar here in Boca as well, a small business. We love to support her and her team too. They do such great work. They care so much. Their products are so good.
And they support,
It's awesome.
They support our local charities, Girl Scouts, Little League, basketball programs, and you don't get that from the big box stores very often.
Right.
Not the same.
Yeah. Have you met any local people, businesses, or organizations you think we should shine a light on next?
I would say the Chamber for the Palm Beaches. I've met some wonderful people there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And they do great networking, and they're terrific when it comes to charity. So when you ask me what other charities I'm going to be get involved with, the Boys and Girls Club up there is very active, and there's a bunch of other organizations that are members, and I find it fascinating to speak to people that dedicate their lives to helping others.
Awesome.
Same. Absolutely love that. So we want to give a quick shout out to our friend and past guest and Evan Darnell and the Red Meat Lovers Club. If you like great food,
I do.
great people,
I do.
and a good time, we have an awesome event coming up on March 2nd, 2026. And you ready for the title? I'm going to read it word for word. Red Meat Lovers Club presents the Secretary of Steak's Big Meaty Birthday. Yes, that is the actual name, and it is going to be epic. Multiple restaurants catering, multiple nonprofit organizations benefiting, and yes, it's going to be as fun as it sounds. We will put a link in the show notes, and hopefully we'll see you there. It's an awesome organization. It's going to be an amazing event celebrating Evan's 50th, and it helps a lot of great people.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Chris, this was awesome, man. We really appreciate you hanging with us today, taking time out of your day. So, thank you.
Yes, and
We'll tell one more funny story.
oh, please.
So we're in Boca.
Yeah.
We're in this wonderful studio. I get here early, as I said, and I'm walking around town, and I said, maybe I should get a little haircut before I come in.
Okay.
Because I'm not comfortable on camera, and I don't know what they can really do. And I'm walking past this window, and it's reflecting back at me.
Okay.
And it says haircuts, trims, blow dry. Then it says nail clipping. And I look in the window, and there are dogs in there being
groomed.
So
Oh.
that is why.
Well, it looks great.
I would say you look great.
Yeah, I'm going to go outside and bark right now.
Right. You start,
Right.
start scratching like that. Oh, I love that. I love that. And for anyone that's watching or listening that wants to see the showroom or book a demo, again, we'll put your contact information in the show notes. Is that the best way to see the showroom and get a demo, is to
That
reach
is
out
the
to you
best way.
directly?
Awesome.
And if the phone number's there, just text me. Say you saw me on the podcast or anything else you want to say, and I'll roll out the red,
Be kind. Just be
I'll
kind.
roll out the red carpet for you.
I love that. For everyone listening and watching, you can find this episode, all of our other episodes at lovewhereyoulive.fl.com.
Yes, and if you enjoyed this, do us a favor, like it, share it with someone who loves South Florida, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
For sure. And if you have 30 seconds, leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform. It helps a lot. It helps more locals find the show.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Love where you live.
Yeah. Love where you live. And we'll see you on the next episode. And as our friend Eric, the actor, used to say, bye for now.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Squaw!